The terrifying faces of Belmez face screaming in fear. In August 1970, inside a modest house at No. 5 Rodriguez Street in the Spanish town of Belmez, Maria Pereira was standing in her simple kitchen, preparing a meal for her family. The place was silent except for the sound of boiling food, but her eyes fell on a strange dark spot on the cold cement floor. At first, she thought it was just a shadow or a trace of water, but the spot slowly took shape until the face of an unknown woman appeared before her, her features frozen, her eyes extinguished as if they had been buried in the darkness. Maria trembled, brought cleaning supplies, poured chemicals, and rubbed them with her trembling hands until her fingers turned red. But the face remained unshaken, its sadness growing more intense the more she tried to erase it. When her husband and son returned, they were similarly stunned, and the son decided to completely destroy the cement slab and pour the floor. For a moment, they thought the nightmare was over. But on September 8 of the same year, in the same place, a new face emerged, clearer and more brutal, as if emerging from the depths of the earth. And from there, the real horror began. Within a few weeks, the floor and walls of the house were invaded by mysterious faces, men with taut features, as if they had been tortured to death, women shedding tears of ashes, children with distorted faces smiling cold, terrifying smiles. Some appeared and disappeared within hours, and some changed with terrifying slowness, as if their owner were reliving their eternal torment moment by moment. Worse, attempts to erase them only made them darker, more sorrowful, as if they were admonishing anyone who dared touch them. Word spread, and the house became a strange destination. Visitors spoke of faces taking shape before their eyes, moving slowly as if the earth were breathing. Some felt a deadly coldness piercing their bones, others swore they heard muffled whispers coming from under the tiles. The house had become a living theater of spirits, merciless to anyone who entered. The authorities tried to cast doubt, but expert examinations embarrassed them. No paint, no chemicals, no trace of human intervention. X-rays, infrared, and ultraviolet images all confirmed the truth. The faces were there, without explanation. Then came what was beyond sight, the voices. Sensitive microphones placed in the house recorded what the human ear cannot pick up. Muffled screams, the wailing of children, the groans of women, the whispers of men. Most terrifying of all, the recordings carried clear, cold words: "Hell begins here, she is still buried, they are all dead, we are suffering." Some voices even pronounced Maria's name, as if addressing her directly: "Maria, let us go." As they dug into the floor of the house and the neighbor's land, the gruesome truth emerged: deeply buried skeletons, some headless, some belonging to teenagers who had died under torture. The site had been an ancient cemetery since the 13th century, occupied by Romans, Muslims, and Christians, until it became a mass grave. The appearance of the faces coincided with the exhumation of corpses from the neighboring church, as if the spirits had revolted, enraged by the violation of their dead peace. But the tragedy did not end. Even after the bones were removed, the faces continued to appear. Indeed, they grew more eerie, their features changing before our eyes. A child smiled before his face, decayed into a skull. A woman wept black tears that streamed onto the tiles. A man opened his mouth in a silent scream that rippled across the room. The house itself began to groan, its walls breathing in inhuman voices. Maria later admitted that the faces no longer frightened her, she felt they were trying to communicate with her. But when she died in 2004 at the age of 85, the phenomenon did not stop, as some had predicted. It continued, as if the house itself had become a trapped spirit. Today, the house stands empty, its walls cracked, its floor covered with faces that have never disappeared. Everyone who approaches it recounts features changing before their eyes, and groans emerging from under the tiles, as if the dead were still suffering. More than half a century has passed, and no one dares to buy it. The house remained a witness to the dead who found no rest, and buried secrets that no one dared to reveal. After I learned the story of the Belmez faces, was it really a curse from angry spirits, or an elaborate trick that remained steadfast for many years?